Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the English Blueprint. I'm your host, Alex, and today we are starting something huge. We are going on a journey to America. Well, not on a plane, but with our voices.
That's right, Alex. Hi, everyone. I'm Jamie. Today, we are kicking off our special 5-part series, How Americans Speak English.
This is for all of you out there who watch Hollywood movies, listen to American pop music, or maybe want to work in the USA and you think, why do they sound so different from my textbook?
Exactly. American English has a specific flavor. It's relaxed, it's flowy, and it has some very strong sounds. Today, in part 1, we are looking at the two most important letters in the American accent, the letter R and the letter T.
Oh, the letter R. I know many students struggle with this. In British English, they often don't say the R, right?
Correct. In standard British English, received pronunciation, if an R comes after a vowel, like in the word car or water, they don't pronounce it strongly. They say caw or wata.
But Americans.
Americans love the R sound. We call this rhotic speech. This means you pronounce the R wherever it is in the word. Key rule number 1, the American hard R. If you see an R, you usually say the R. Curl your tongue back.
Can you give us some examples, Jamie?
Sure, let's practice. Listen to these words. Car. Make a strong sound. Car. Water. Water. Hard. Hard.
It sounds like a growling dog. Grr.
Exactly. Don't be shy. If you want to sound American, you have to curl your tongue back. Try this sentence. The car is parked not far from the park.
Okay, let me try. The car is parked not far from the park.
Perfect. You emphasize that sound. It makes your speech sound grounded and strong.
Okay, so we have the R. What about the T? I've heard that Americans are a bit lazy with their T sounds.
I wouldn't say lazy, I would say efficient. We change the T sound depending on where it is in the word. This is crucial for listening. If you don't know this, you might not understand what an American is saying.
Tell us the secrets.
There are 3 main ways Americans say T. This is the normal T sound, T, like in table or top. We use this when the T is at the start of a word or in a stressed syllable, like time, tomato, attack. The flap T, or fast D. This is the most famous one. When a T is between 2 vowel sounds, Americans don't say T, we say a very quick D.
Wait, a D? Like dog?
A very soft D. Think of the word water. British, wata. American, water.
Water. It sounds smooth.
Yes, let's try some more. Better sounds like better. I feel much better. City sounds like city. New York City. A lot of sounds like a lotta. I have a lot of work to do.
Wow, that a lot of turning into a lotta really changes how the sentence sounds.
It does, and this is why listening is hard. You are waiting for a lot of, but you hear a lotta. The stop T, or glottal T, this is the third one. When a T comes at the end of a word or before a consonant sound, like N, we often stop the air. We don't release the T.
Can you show us?
Sure, take the word hot. We don't usually say hotta with a big explosion of air. We say hot. Stops abruptly. You cut the sound in your throat. It's even more common with words ending in tain or ten. Mountain. We say moun. We swallow the T. Button. We say button. Important. We say important.
Important. That is very common. It's important to drink water.
You sounded 100% American just now, Alex. You used the stop T in important and the flap T in water.
Let's recap for our listeners. To sound American, pronounce your R's strongly, car, park. Turn T's into D's when they are between vowels, water, better. Swallow the T when it's before an N, mountain, button.
Exactly. If you just practice these three things this week, your accent will immediately change.
Welcome back to part 2. We just fixed our sounds, but now we need to fix our music.
The music of a language is called intonation and rhythm.
I've noticed that some languages sound like a machine gun, tat, 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 very fast and equal, but English feels like waves in the ocean.
Beautiful description, Alex. English is a stress-timed language. This means some parts of the sentence are long and loud, and other parts are short and quiet.
So we don't say every word with the same power?
No, if you say every word clearly, you will sound like a robot. I want to go to the store. I want to go to the store.
Oh, I hear it. The words want, go, and store were strong. The other words were tiny.
Exactly. In American English, we focus on content words. Nouns, verbs, adjectives. The important information. Function words. To, the, a, of, and. The grammar glue. The secret rule. Squeeze the function words. Stretch the content words. This brings us to the most important sound in American English. It is not A, E, I, O, or U. It is the schwa.
The schwa, what is that?
The schwa is a lazy, relaxed sound. It sounds like It is the sound of a vowel when it is not stressed.
Can we see an example?
Look at the word banana. It has 3 A's. Do we say ba-ma-na? No, we stress the middle one. The first A becomes a schwa, ba. The last A becomes a schwa, na. We say banana.
Banana.
Yes, try the word today. Americans don't say today. The to is not important. We turn it into a schwa, today. I'm going to the store today.
It makes the speaking much faster.
Yes, this is why Americans seem to speak fast. We are shrinking the unimportant words. We are using the schwa.
So for our listeners practicing at home, how can they improve their rhythm?
I have a technique called the rubber band method. Imagine you are holding a rubber band. When you say a content word, stress, pull the rubber band open. When you say a function word, let it go loose. Let's try a sentence. Photography is interesting. The stress is on tog. Photography. The stress is on in. Interesting. Everything else is fast and low.
Photography is interesting.
Perfect. You are surfing the waves of American rhythm.
Okay, Jamie, we have the sounds, we have the rhythm, but sometimes even when I know the words, I can't understand Americans because they blend everything together.
That is called linking or connected speech. In American English, we hate silence. We don't like to stop between words. We want the sound to flow like a river.
So one word connects to the next word.
Always. Let's look at 2 types of connecting. 1. Consonant to vowel linking. If one word ends with a consonant, like T, D, S, M, and the next starts with a vowel, A, E, I, O, U, we stick them together. Phrase, hold on. American sound, hold on.
It sounds like one word, hold on.
Exactly. Phrase, clean up. American sound, clean up. Phrase, turn it off. American sound, turn it off.
Can you turn it off? Wow, that feels so much smoother than can you turn it off?
This is what students love the most, reductions. This is when we change the grammar words completely to make them easier to say. These are informal, but we use them 90% of the time in speaking.
I know gonna and wanna.
Yes, let's review the big 3. Going to, gonna. Formal, I am going to buy a car. American, I'm gonna buy a car. Want to, wanna. Formal, do you want to eat? American, do you wanna eat? Got to, have to, gotta. Formal, I have got to go. American, I gotta go.
Are there any others that are less common but good to know?
Oh yes, let's level up. Don't know, dunno. I dunno where he is. Let me, lemme. Lemme see that. Give me, gimme. Gimme a second. Did you, did ya?
Did ya? Really?
Yes, because the D connects with the Y. Did you eat becomes did ya eat.
And what about what are you?
Oh, that's a classic. What are you doing often sounds like what you doing.
What you doing? That sounds very relaxed.
It is. But remember, Alex and listeners, do not write these in formal emails. Don't write gonna to your boss. But please use them when you speak. It will make you sound friendly and native.
Jamie, we have covered pronunciation, rhythm, and linking. My mouth is tired, but my brain wants more. I want to know about words. Sometimes I learn a word in a textbook, but when I use it, Americans look at me funny.
That happens all the time, Alex. Textbooks teach you formal English, but real life happens in casual English. Today, in part 4, we are talking about slang and phrasal verbs.
Is slang only for teenagers?
No, that is a myth. There is teenager slang, which changes every month, but there is also common slang that everyone from ages 10 to 80 uses. If you don't know these words, you will feel lost in a conversation.
Okay, hit me with the most important ones.
Let's start with feelings. In textbooks, you learn good and bad. In American English, if something is good, we often say cool or awesome. That movie was awesome. You got the job? That's so cool.
I hear cool in almost every movie. What if something is bad?
If something is bad, disappointing, or unfortunate, we use the verb to suck. The weather sucks today. It is bad weather. My computer broke. It sucks.
Is that a rude word?
It is very slightly edgy, but widely acceptable among friends. If you want to be safe at work, just say, that's too bad. But with friends, it sucks is perfect.
Okay, what about money?
If something is too expensive, we say it is a ripoff. $10 for a coffee? That's a total ripoff.
And if I am tired?
You can say, I'm beat. I worked 12 hours today. I'm beat.
Okay, I'm beat. I want to relax. What do I say?
You say, hang out. This is the #1 verb for spending time socially.
Hang out. I love that. It sounds very relaxed. Jamie, I have to be honest. Phrasal verbs scare me. Putting a verb and a preposition together to make a new meaning? It's confusing.
It is confusing, but it is necessary. Americans prefer phrasal verbs over formal verbs. Let me give you the survival kit, the 3 you need to know right now.
Okay, I'm ready.
Instead of saying, I need to solve this problem or I need to understand the schedule, we say, figure out. I can't figure out how to use this app. We need to figure out a time to meet.
That is very common. Figure it out.
Instead of arrive, we often use show up. He showed up late to the party. I didn't think he would show up.
Can I say he came late?
Yes, but show up implies the act of appearing. It's very dynamic. If you see a friend on the street by accident, you don't say, I met him, you say, I ran into him.
Guess who I ran into at the supermarket? Wait, so I didn't actually run with my legs?
No, running not involved. It just means an accidental meeting.
Okay, let's practice a dialogue using these.
Great, I'll start. Hey Alex, I ran into Sarah yesterday.
Oh, really? That's awesome. Where was she?
At the mall, we decided to hang out for a bit, but the parking there is a ripoff.
Yeah, parking there sucks, but I'm glad you figured out a time to meet.
Perfect. You sounded like a native Californian just now.
We have made it to the final part of our journey, part 5.
This is my favorite part, Alex, because speaking English isn't just about words, it's about culture.
I've heard that Americans are very friendly. Is that true?
Generally, yes. The American tone is open, positive, and indirect. If you translate your native language directly into English, you might sound rude or cold without meaning to.
How do we avoid that?
We need to master three things: the greeting, the softener, and the exaggeration. Alex, if I see you on the street and I say, "Hi, how are you doing?" What do you answer?
I would tell you about my back pain, my cat, and my lunch.
And that is where many students make a mistake. In America, "How are you?" is not a question. It is just a hello.
So you don't care about my back pain?
Not yet. The standard answer is always positive. Good, how are you? Doing well, thanks. Not bad, yourself? It's a ping pong match. I hit the ball, you hit it back fast.
Okay, so keep it short and positive.
Americans are very enthusiastic. If you cook dinner for me and I say it is good, you might feel sad.
Why? Good is good.
To an American, good sometimes means average. If we like something, we exaggerate. Instead of good, we say great, fantastic, amazing, incredible, perfect.
Wow. So if I ask, do you want to meet at 5 p.m.?
Don't just say yes, say that sounds perfect or that would be great.
It adds so much energy to the conversation.
Exactly. It shows you are friendly and excited to be there. What about when I need something? In my native language, I just use the imperative, command, give me the pen.
In English, that sounds very aggressive, like you are a soldier. We use softeners or modal verbs to be polite. Can you fix these sentences for me? Open the window.
Ooh, too strong. Try, could you open the window? Or would you mind opening the window?
Jamie, looking back at these 5 parts, we have learned so much. The sounds, the hard R and flap T, the rhythm, stressing the content words, the linking, gonna and wanna, the slang, awesome and hang out, the culture, being positive and polite.
It's a complete package, Alex, but I want to tell our listeners one last thing.
What is that?
You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to sound exactly like Brad Pitt or Jennifer Lawrence tomorrow. The goal of accent training is clarity and connection.
I love that. Use these tips to be understood and to make friends.
Exactly. Pick one thing from this series, maybe the flap T or maybe saying, "That's awesome," and use it today.
Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment using your new slang, and like this video.
Thanks, everyone. Keep practicing, stay cool, and we'll catch you in the next lesson.
Bye.